Hope you can hear me. Okay, so don't worry if you see me looking both different places. I am having a YouTube this side and Facebook and the Instagram this side. So welcome. I wanted us to chat today about one subject that is also very important for us having the things we want, for us being able to receive. So I'm gonna talk mostly to women today, but this subject of the masculine and the feminine energy, it goes for everybody. But I think I've got more experience in talking about this as a woman than as a man, but it's the same thing. It's exactly the same thing. So um I mean, I always get the questions about this. I have, I think, about maybe like 10 videos that I've done in the past years talking about feminine energy and how powerful the feminine energy can get you things. And I used to make an example around a lady who put on her nice makeup and a nice dress and goes to a lounge and sit there and get paid 100,000 rand for doing absolutely nothing, just sit there for 3 hours and then go home after that. Just for being there and making the place look great, she gets to be rewarded. Now, that is like your feminine energy on steroids, right? And so a lot of women wish for like, oh, let me find a rich husband and will just take care of me and never want nothing from me and allow me to just shop every day and this and this and this. And we all know that, you know what, maybe not. Okay, so I have discussed a lot of times the feminine energy, but also the positive things about feminine energy is that at work, when you have your feminine energy, you can be able to be a decision maker. The whole company can rely on you saying the last word. They can be like, no, we will not make a decision until she speaks. We will not, because the feminine energy is that mother energy is that in all homes, the mother's word, the father can say whatever he says and he can, make noise and this. But everybody knows once the mother speaks, that will be the thing that will happen at home. If we said we're going somewhere and then the mother thinks we shouldn't be going, nobody's going. So if you have good feminine energy at work, you can be a boss very easily, and you can be a boss that people do not take you lightly. You can be a boss that people do not fear, but very much respect, because feminine energy has that thing of saying, my word is the only word. So if you have it correctly, specifically in business and in work, you will ace it. I always tell ladies that I coach that when you show up for an interview as a woman, you don't wear trousers. You wear your beautiful dress. You want to go into any interview, or any proposal, or any meeting with all that feminine energy, because it makes people comfortable. It makes people trust you. It makes people say yes to what you're saying if you have built it up correctly. So I have a lot of masculine energy. I can do a lot of things, but I have to like drill it in people's brains. People don't want to give me just, they want me to prove myself every day. I have to sweat and it's not nice. So I have to, on a daily basis, manage my masculine and my feminine, because if I'm only in my masculine manage my life, my masculine energy, my life is a hell of a mess. I can't get anything done in this planet. Now, when I am understanding that I can push and make business work, but I have to always show up as a woman, then I win. And it looks like now I'm working less and doing more things and making more money, but it's just because now I've managed those two energies. And most of the times, when I am not thinking about it, I sort of go back to my normal settings. This is how I came with the masculine energy, and things go wrong. And I'll explain to you how we get the normal settings at masculine energy. So, and I mean, playing golf, most of the time doesn't help because they I'm with the boys and I'm one of them. I have to keep reminding myself, no, you can't laugh at that. That is wrong. You can't make that joke. That you are a girl. You are a girl. I have to remind myself, you are a girl. Remember, you are a girl. Don't laugh at these jokes. Don't make these kind of jokes. Remain as a girl. And sometimes it's just like other days I'm just like, oh hell, I'm a boy. It's fine. Let's just do the boy stuff and yeah, we just do the boy stuff the whole day. So so I want to give you a few tips on how, and I will explain to you how you see that your masculine energy is a little bit more. Why is it a little bit more? What does it help you when it's a little bit more? But then when you're balancing it, because you are in a planet where you have to function, you have to have food on your table, you have to have a beautiful house, you have to have a beautiful car, you don't want to work and toil all your life and never be able to achieve the things you want, then you must get into that balance. So then I'll share with you how then you manage that. So thank you guys for joining. I see Uncle Lego says thank you for everything. Cindy, so hi mommy. Hope I'm not late. You're not late. We're just starting. And I see Offense, hey, hey, Offense, all the way from Kenya. Oh, you guys. So put all your questions in the comment section. Why and during the session when I see them, I'll answer them, and also at the end I'll answer them. So let's start at the first thing. How do you see somebody that, or how do you detect that you have this strong masculine energy? Okay, so today I did a poster earlier, and I posted it online, and I know it was just one of those like, oh hell no, don't want to be this person anymore, it's not nice being this person anymore. So when you have a lot more than normal masculine energy as a woman, now we're talking about a woman, because a woman must have more feminine than masculine. So it must be 65 masculine, and then it must be 35. It must be 65 feminine and then 35 masculine, so that you can still not just put on makeup and go and sit there and be useless. You can also be able to work and make things happen, right? So you must have 35% of the masculine, and men is the other way around. They must have 65 masculine and 35 feminine, because they also need to be caring. They need to be bosses that can listen to people. They need to be bosses that can be trusted. So they need that. So it must be like that. But if you're a woman, you must have a little bit more feminine, and then like that. That's why a woman goes through to menstruation. Men don't. Women have eggs. Men have, whatever they have. What do they have? Sperms, or yeah, sperms. What? I can't remember that. Duma says, I'm here for today's topic. Hey, what counts? So, number one, you can't accept things. So, when your masculine energy as a woman is higher than your feminine energy, you can't accept things. So, this could be attention. When people start giving you attention, you have a business. Remember, when you have a business, you need attention. People start giving you attention, you are now questioning them. You are now shying away. You stop posting. You stop talking about your products. You just want to go into a corner now, because now people are giving you attention. You have more masculine than feminine. Women want to be seen. Women want to show their bums, their that, whatever they're showing, whatever. Don't know what women are showing lately, but women want attention. So when you have more masculine energy, you normally don't want that. And you might think you want it, but when it shows up, you actually go into self sabotage mode, which is very important. And I want you to understand that. You might think that it's just like money. You think you want money, and then you win the lotto, and then you go into I blew it. What happened? You got the money and you went into a self destructive mode. You went into scarcity mode, because you believe that you shouldn't be having money. So now this lot of money, you drain it, you put it down the drain, because you don't believe that you must have it. So you might think, I want the attention, I want the clients, I want this. And when the clients show up, you mess it up. You just make sure that you do a lot of self-sabotage. So it could be attention in terms of business, work. Your boss starts to give you attention, you start to trip. like you're starting to get good clients, you start to trip and you mess it up. In terms of gifts and all kind of things, help, this women who have more masculine energy can't even get a coach. They can't even go for a healing session. They just think, I don't worry, I'll fix it. Don't worry, I'll figure it out. Don't worry. While you are dying slowly. So that is the person we all know. Once you talk to men about healing, they just want to run. Tell them about golf and those kind of things, they will go. So now you also are behaving like that, but then now it's really not helping you now. So, but you give a lot, so you are always exhausted from giving to people. So you see, this one doesn't have school money, you give. You see, this one doesn't have this, you give. People come to borrow from you, you give. You are just the one that is giving. People want advice, you are there. People want this, you are showing up. At work, they want somebody who will stay late, they choose you because you look like somebody who can stay late, because remember, you don't have a life. You're giving everything to everybody. So that's how you know that your masculine energy is not on balance. Your masculine energy is a little bit out. So the other thing is that you tend to be quite opinionated. English doesn't want to come out on a Monday afternoon. So your opinions, you think that you are the only one who is correct. So yeah, like you must be head. You must, like, like I was saying, like the father of the house, like, yeah, I'm the man here, da 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 da, and everybody's just like trying to make you feel better about I'm the man here, but you are just trying to not listen because your masculine energy is going override. So you think you are the only one who's right. Your word must be the last one. If you're telling a person you need to go to school, you will push them, you will give them the money, you will make sure you will fix them, you will fix every human being in your life, like you will be the fixer of all of it. You are going to make sure that you are fixing them no matter what. You will go naked, lose everything you have just fixing somebody. That's what masculine energy do. So another thing, you find it's so hard for you to just relax and be just like, oh, today I'm just taking leave. Women with masculine energy, they don't go on leave. They don't take time for themselves. They don't have time for themselves. They're always overthinking everything. They're always thinking about who needs what. They're always, the family problems, they are the ones who are fixing it. When somebody dies, they call them first. Like, somebody has died, we don't know what to do. We're waiting for you to come. Okay, like, maybe you don't want to be that person. You are the one carrying the keys of the storeroom. I refuse to carry the keys of the storeroom. Well, anyway, anybody who ever gives me the keys of the storeroom, they know they're not going to find anything in the storeroom, because just give it away. I'm that one. I'm that giver. I'll see one hungry, I will ask you, have you eaten? Come take. But when your masculine energy is a little bit out of balance, normally, maybe not little, maybe a lot out of balance, you see yourself doing those crazy things. So you always want to be in control. This one, I am the worst in it. You want to control everything. Once you feel a little bit out of control, you want to lose it. Once you have debt, when I have debt, I want to, it's like something bad is, I mean, to think that I'm from 40 million rent debt, but till today I can't handle debt. Like, when I see debt, I want to die. I want to pay it off today. I don't want to see it. Like, I want to be in control of all things. I want to make sure everything is going according the way I think they should go. But then there are so many other times where if I could just relax and let other people do some stuff, I will get find things that they move quickly. So this year, I got voted for by a group of golfers in a team that we are in. They made me captain. So I thought, this is going to be the worst. I just thought I'm going to have to do everything. I don't know why I thought, now that I'm captain, I have to do everything. But then the ladies I'm with in the committee, this other one is doing this other one is doing this. For once in my life, I found myself not having control of everything, but I was actually enjoying how everybody is putting in this. And all this is looking great, and I am 2 3 minutes, I want to control everything, but I was just like, oh no, everybody got this, we are all in this together, we can all do all these things. But they also have masculine energy, so it's a nice thing, that they can use their masculine energy. I'm like, yeah, 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 it's fine, I can relax, I don't have to worry about anything. Like we got it, we're good. So yeah. So, but also, last thing on that masculine energy is that you intimidate people. Now, a man that has more feminine energy is something that people can think of, you can play with. But a woman that has more masculine energy is so intimidating to everybody. You will intimidate your soulmate. You will intimidate your boss. You will intimidate your co-workers. Everybody, they're thinking you're gonna take their position. You're gonna take their men. You are just that person that everybody's just scared of because your energy is so big. Because remember, you are a woman, and a woman's energy is big already. But then you come and you take that masculine energy. Now you are triple huge in the energetical field. You can look at your aura, you will be shocked. You are literally the thing that the world is scared of. The devil. That's why I always say women with masculine energy, they are the Lord's strongest warriors. Because seriously, you will kick out demons out of anybody. You are the strongest of them all. You can fight demons better than a man. You can do anything. You have such a big energy. But then does it help you? No, your boss will hate you. Everybody will just not want to be in your space. Like everybody will look at you and be like, oh my God, does she want my job? Oh my God, does she want my life? Oh my God. Everybody was just trying to make sure that you are not in their space because they feel that you will take over anytime. Of course, you do want to take over because you have all that controlling things. You have all that you want to, tell everybody what to do. So you are probably gonna take over the company or take over the job or take over the position. The chances of you taking over are very high. So it's not like they are lying. They are not lying. So okay, so now these are all the things. So now, why would the Lord not like you so much that He gives you a woman body and then gives you a man energy? And this is not even about sexuality, this is about literal pure energy. Why would the Lord do that to you? There is a very good and important reason why. So you probably, if you are in the spiritual African spirituality, you will hear people say mina ngihamba nabomkhulu. What they are meaning is that they have a spiritual energy of masculine spiritual energy of abomkhulu, which are grandfathers. So you would hear that person say, yeah, like my masculine energy is not me. It is because of those who go who is with me. They are doing their job through me. So that's why I act the way I act. And of course, it can go very easy toxic when a person then sort of use that to manipulate others and be toxic. Literally, you can be. I mean, I have that same issue. Ngihamba nabomkhulu, but then I can never go and just tell people, yeah, I mean, ngihamba nabomkhulu, so you must get out of the way. It's not correct. You're being toxic. It's not right. Leave it alone. You are a human being that is very much spiritual, but you are here as a being, as a physical being. You will have to adjust to gravity. You can't stand on top of the roof and then say, look at me, Nginabomkhulu. I'm just gonna throw myself here because Nginabomkhulu, the force of gravity is not gonna affect me. No, all the laws, the science laws and the life laws and the principles of life affect you as anybody else. So your story of I have a masculine energy, a spiritual energy that is masculine, so I must act like I'm a crazy person. Nobody cares. Nobody. You will be broke by yourself. You will suffer by yourself. You will be alone by yourself. Do not blame anybody if you don't take the initiative to fix the physical realm for yourself. So that is why we're talking about the fact that once you realize this is happening, then you will have to manage this energy. So a lot of times, I mean, the whole of January, I've been doing astrology charts, and I will see a chart of a person. Oh, this one is more masculine, and I will know how to talk to them. And I will see that this one is more feminine, and I will know how to talk to her. So, literally, when I'm looking at the chart, I have to interpret the information, but how I interpret it to the person is very important. Looking at how much energy they've got in the masculine, how much energy they've got in the feminine. So that is why even when you are healing a person that has more masculine energy, it's not the same healing method as the person with more feminine energy. So you guys have heard me talk about ayahuasca as a feminine plant, and San Pedro as a masculine plant. People with the masculine energy that is high, they understand San Pedro easy. Because why? San Pedro is that masculine voice. So when San Pedro says, now it's time for you to follow your purpose, they actually jump and do it. But a person who is more feminine, when they hear the San Pedro voice, it might be too hard for them. So the ayahuasca voice is better. Not that you must prefer one over the other, because you need, remember, the balance. So you have to work with the balance. If you are at 50-50, then you are better. But like I said, 65, 35 is way better. So now, like I was saying, the Lord gave you that whole spirit because you came here to do way more than the normal person. So having that masculine energy gives you way more advantage in terms of measuring your goals. If you have more masculine energy as a woman, you will smash goals like crazy. People will, you see Oprah, people will be amazed. People will be like, oh my God, you see Michelle Obama. People will be amazed of the things you are achieving because your energy is way more bigger. Michelle Obama is bigger than Obama. Even like those women that have stood the test of every little rubbish and they came out, they have masculine energy. So, like I said, that masculine energy is so strong that you are able to cover more ground. You are able to do more. When you are a healer with the masculine energy, I tell you, there's no devil. Me, bring the devil. The devil knows. The devil knows. Even when I take people to the river, the devil talks before. They just like, we can't handle her. We do not work with such. That she's not joking. I am not joking. And all my masculine energy, when I'm doing those rituals, it comes out, and I'm just like, I don't take shit. I don't take shit at all. So you were given this masculine energy for a big purpose, but you have the responsibility in this planet to manage your energy. Because if you don't manage your energy, then what are you use of? You're just gonna be like not happy as a human being, but you're gonna be this person who's achieving everything but not happy. And I don't think any of us want that. There are people who take the high road, and who does that. My one mentor, she lives in Brazil. She told me, she said, Busimina, I chose to be alone. I chose to be, I don't know how she functions. Like, maybe, I don't know, like depression is part of her job, part of her life or something. But she's just like, she gave it all. She's like, no mjolo, no nothing. I mean, I'll sit in the synagogue and I will heal people. She's the most amazing woman, but I'm definitely not having her life. No, hell no. She looks like a man. She talks now like a man. She's just like, nah, child, I'm not doing that. I am not doing that. I'm not here for that drama. I will do the work of the Lord. And when I'm done with the work of the Lord, I will have my life. And God doesn't mind me having my life. So This is why you need to know that that masculine energy is good, but you have to balance it. It's not like you are, it's a disability. It came with big things. Most of women, most of my clients, like 99% of my clients, have so much masculine energy. I can handle them. Even when I'm taking them through initiations of their gifts, because those people, they are not amatwasa abayigo, they can't go and clap and clap to somebody. Their energy is so huge. They just like full of themselves. So I'm taking them through a process, and there's times where that whole ego rise up, and I'm like, oh shit, what that is? I don't care. Get over it and come back when you're ready. So, but I can be able to help them because I had to also go through, and most of them they have to self-initiate and all of that and all of. And if they go, go to somebody, it sometimes just end bad most of the times. So there's a reason. It's a good, perfect explanation why your masculine energy is high. But you have the responsibility, if you want to live a soft life, a good life, to manage it. Okay, so I'm gonna read some of the comments, then we're gonna talk about how you're managing it. So make sure that you're doing the stuff you need to do. Click like, subscribe, follow. Remember, I don't know when I'm going to do this video, so if you've liked or clicked or interacted with the content, you will see when I am having the videos, or if the video has passed you will see that, you'll see the recording. So please make sure that you click, you subscribe, you like, you share, whichever one that you can be able to do that, please. Okay, so I'm going to just read a little bit of the questions here so that we can continue. They must say, stop describing me. Lauren says, death, but you don't have. Dead, but you don't have a life. You give everything to everyone. I forgot how much I missed your sense of humor. Lauren. It's been so long I haven't seen you, man. Carol says, hi, is there a link in masculine energy and a way a person was brought up, e.g., a sense of independence, which I sometimes think is a form of self-defense, and believing that no one is there to save you, and therefore you have to show up for yourself always. Carol, that is an amazing question or statement, because most, and I think I'll say 90% of masculine women, they choose families that will do that to them. So you will choose a family where the father is going to reject you. You will choose the family where the father is not that strong. You will choose a family where you will have to fend for yourself. You will choose that family according to what you want to come and experience. So your upbringing literally is going to be that. 1 second, guys. Namhle, come check the door. So your upbringing, you're going to land. Remember, when you come out of the womb, wherever you land is the place you've chosen. So wherever you land, you're gonna land in a place where you are going to be taught at day one how to be strong one. So normally it's not like there's a link in how you were brought up. No, you chose how to be brought up. And every time I think about the fact that I chose how I'm gonna be brought up, I'm just like, oh no, man, why would I choose such a mess? Like, my upbringing wasn't pretty at all, but my upbringing was what made me to be fearful, right? I mean, after all I've went through growing up, I'm just like, whatever. I don't care. I've seen worse. But I chose the womb I was going to come out of, and the hands I was going to land on. And I knew that these hands are good enough to traumatize me enough, so that when the time comes, I'm ready to rumble. So yeah, you're definitely not gonna get a trust fund. You're not gonna be a trust fund baby if coming like that, or if you are a trust fund baby. But there will always be things that will have to exercise those muscles so that you can see your power. Lorraine says, okay, Lorraine is calling in people. Thank you, Lorraine, for calling the tribe. Nonkululeko says so true. Thank you so much for joining us. Somebody else says story of my life. I don't say who it is because sometimes Facebook doesn't write. Mahabo Heyman, she says this makes so much sense. Trying to find business networks, but the intimidating thing gets in the way. I can feel people running in the opposite direction. Yeah, so the whole thing of intimidating people, even that is one specific reason why you should balance your masculine and your feminine. Because now, like I said, if you don't balance it, you're not gonna have a soft life. So you're gonna be going into looking for business, and people are running from you. You're gonna and people are running from you. Are thinking you're gonna take the whole tender, and they're never gonna get anything. So they want you out. You're going to a job, people thinking you are gonna get paid more than them and take their jobs, and they do. So you're never gonna have soft life because when everywhere you look too big for this, and everybody just can't handle that when you are here. So that is very important. Why the reason Mahabo, you must balance, because when you're balancing now, the masculine energy is like you take out the gun when you need it and you go ba, 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 and then when you finish you take your gun, you put it back, and you smile, you say hi, hi child, hi. You act like normal, right? And then the time, like I said, when I tell people to do their healings, I'm not smiling at all, but it's the time for that. And then when I'm going to a good business meeting, I have my makeup, and I'm meditated my whole entire feminine energy to come and be with me, so that when I enter there, they like, okay, this is the person we need for this. She's gonna take care of us. Remember, feminine energy, people think you're going to take care of them, people think you're going to nurture them, people think you're going to save them, people think they need you, they can't let you go. Like, I enter a place, they like, don't even leave, sign the document today, you are not going anywhere, you are ours. Okay, so that is when my feminine energy, I've activated it correctly, then I can have soft life. Because seriously now, you can't live this life without the soft part of it. I think you shouldn't try even. Okay, Nonkululeko says, I need balance. I want a husband in my yeah, definitely. No husband is gonna have a man in his house, you know. So, and I mean, of course, it's not like you're gonna change from being a more masculine woman. You're just gonna know how to manage it so that you can have the things you want. But the good thing is that once you also manage your feminine and your masculine energy, if you haven't found your soulmate, you find your soulmate. So a lot of people are going through one relationship to another, one relationship to another. They're looking for their soulmate. Others, they marry other wrong people, and then they have to divorce from them. They are still looking for their soulmates, because once you find your soulmate, everything gels together. But well, before you haven't found your soulmate, that's why people are cheating. This one is cheating on this one. This is, there's a whole mess. So when you, of course, have gone through all the lessons you need to go through, you have learned, you've done your healing, you've done this, you've done that, you've done that, and then you balance your masculine energy. Then you are able, now you are aligned with meeting your soulmate. So, and it's not like one person. Your soulmate is an energy. So we'll talk about that some other day. Stuff that I like, I don't want to talk about it because it's a long story. I have to explain a whole lot of things, to make sense. But now, when you have balanced the masculine and the feminine, you can find your soulmate. So in the meantime, you are in your masculine, you'll find people that will show you that you are in your masculine, because they will act like crazy people. And then you are more into your, whichever way, you're a man, you're a woman, whichever way you're doing it. But you will still keep finding people, still gonna land in relationships where you have been woken up to the fact that there's something missing, there's something you're unbalancing. Hey Hilda, hi sis. Claudia uthi hayibo. Siyakhala. Mwana says, what are the basic daily practices that help enhance feminine energy? Okay, man, we're just gonna get to that now. Carol says, wow, and thank you for the response. I want to make a different choice regardless of how I am now. Yeah, and that is it. When I, Carol, like I was saying, with other people, they want to take the high road, and I'm sure like everybody has a reason why they choose what they choose. But there are people like me and you, Carol, that says, I want to have it all. And you can have it all. So we have to make a decision then to build ourselves up, to do personal development enough for us to be able to have it all. Because really, there's nothing wrong per se, but you are going to suffer if you don't balance it. Mana says, then thank you for your content. Thank you so much, Mami, for joining us. Hila says, I don't know how to be feminine. Hey, child. Yo. Okay, on Instagram, I don't see any comments yet. I hope I didn't miss them. My pre says, hey, Mami, I'm back. Nice seeing you here. Okay, Zizikazi. Okay, I think I didn't miss any comment on Instagram. Okay, so now let's talk about the balancing act. Okay, so one thing about masculine women is that we want to hide our pain. So we hide our pain by this thing of being opinionated, of being controlling everybody, of worrying about who does what, what's wrong, what's right. So we hide our pain behind that whole thing of I am managing this, I am doing this, I didn't sleep, I was doing this. So all the whole time of working and doing all things under the sun, we are just trying to run away from the pain that we have normally grown up with. So we, unfortunately, our upbringing was not soft. So it wasn't soft, it was making us strong. But then later on, we need to remember, heal whatever things that have happened. It could have been in money, it could have been in maybe power, how the power was distributed in the household. It could have been whatever. So now we have experienced all this pain, but we haven't framed it correctly in our mind. Because remember, pain, for it to heal, you must frame it correctly. So that is why then you will need to get somebody to help you go through that pain and fix it correctly in your mind, or do it yourself, or get somebody to help you. So let's just take an example where maybe your father was abusive to your mother. Now, in your small brain as a child, you now thinking, men are bad people. They don't have feelings. They just want to control everybody. I hate them. You are saying that as a girl, as a little girl. Now, you go through life, now you are an adult. That is how you behave with men. That is how you see men as. So you haven't healed that little girl that saw her mother being beaten up. And there might have been, and I'm not saying this is correct, there might have been that even that dad was not in the wrong. And I'm not talking about the beating up. Maybe there was, maybe, couples abuse each other the same. It's just that the other one might be showing, the other one is not showing. So women do abuse men very much, but like in ways that are very subtle, because women have feminine energy, so they will abuse this man. I mean, you don't know how many times I have a client in front of me that comes and tells me, oh, my husband this, my husband this, my husband this. And when I ask their guys, they say, no, she's the toxic one. I'm like, oh Lord, now what is this? So, and it's not like she's sometimes doing it knowingly. It's just that she's fighting her own demons, but she's not willing to deal with her own demons. So then she's looking at the other person, she's like, you are the problem, you are the problem, you are the problem. So now, in any situation when you were growing up, there were things that happened that didn't sit well with you, but those things were shaping you. So now you have to frame them correctly. So when you are framing them correctly, that's when you are healing. So whatever it could have been, when you're healing, you are framing it correctly. So when when the teacher at school said this, that they were just saying it because they were also hurting, and I was an easy way out for them, so they chose me to save themselves. So I then thought that I was bad or that and that, but actually it was the teacher that was just relieving themselves of the trauma they had gone through me. So now I need to release that. So things like that. Healing is a very tricky thing. So a lot of times, if you are a masculine woman, you want to put your pain on the side and hope it goes away. And the problem is that it doesn't go away, it just comes back to haunt you. So that is why I said to you, one of the things that San Pedro does is that it talks to you with that masculine voice. So, I mean, you probably have heard me in other videos saying that one time I was fat, and I was, because I have masculine energy, I was saying I can put on any dress and I can go out there and look the best. And people will be like, yo, boss, you're beautiful, yo, boss, you're beautiful. And then, in the few people that I know that will say, oh, guys, I'm fat. They'll be like, but you look nice. I'm like, yeah, I know. I can make myself look nice. I can make the world think I'm nice. Of course, I'm the deal, right? You never want to see me look like nothing, like what I want you to see me looking like. So, but I was fat and it was bad. So, one time I went to a San Pedro ceremony and that voice spoke to me, definitely told me how fat I was and how I was going to fix it today. So, normally, San Pedro takes about 16 hours to get out of the system, totally, totally out of the system. Okay, so for other people, it takes it's shorter. For me, it like goes the whole 16 hours. Like I'm under it. But I tell you, I left the place where we were doing this ceremony. It was like in the afternoon, around about 6. I went to a Woolworths. I was dizzy. I was all these things. I bought all the green things at Woolworths. I went home, got home. I was still very dermagar. I cleaned up the whole house. I cleaned up the cupboards. I cleaned up everything. I didn't care. And from that day, I didn't crave no sugar. I didn't crave no whatever. Because sugar is my biggest problem. Like I crave sugar a lot. So I wasn't craving none of that stuff. And I lost all that weight. But San Pedro could talk to me and make me understand. So a lot of times you find people will go to a San Pedro session and come back and they were an alcoholic and they don't drink at all now. They lose that addiction there because it's the father energy. It tells you, I will strangle you to death, probably, if you do it ever again. So you just like get over it. People have gotten over smoking. A lot of celebrities, they talk about it, how they got over their biggest addiction: sex, drugs, alcohol, smoking, and all those kind of things, weight problems, and all the things that are really traumatizing you. You now get to hear it from that masculine voice. So you are able to heal quicker. Of course, I will give people San Pedro because you know what? I am tired of speaking of the same things. I might as well just give you something that's going to take stuff out of you quicker. So, of course, the setup and how this medicine is administered and the intention behind all of it is very important so that it can actually work with what you need it to work with. But so you are having to heal from things that have gone wrong. So some of us got sexual abuse, and a whole lot of things from having toxic murders. A lot of women that have masculine energy, they land into a mother that is going to be sometimes a narcissist and all of these things. These are hard problems. These are serious problems. But you'll find that the masculine woman doesn't want to talk about it. And she just thinks that everybody must be fixed, not her. So number one thing of balancing that is for you to look into the mirror and look at your demons and start to deal with them one by one. Number two is for you to put yourself in situations where you are feeling the masculine side. So there's meditations for masculine. You can go on for feminine energy. You can go on YouTube and just look for feminine energy healing meditation. Do that. But in your daily normal life, try by all means. I had to go and enter Mrs. South Africa, the whole entire beauty pageant. I did not understand what got me there. But the Lord was really, because I was like, guys, my masculine energy was just like a little bit way too big, way too much. So this thing of beauty and that, it just didn't make sense to me. I just didn't care about it. I just like, it didn't touch me anyway that I must think about beauty. Like, why? I used to tell people I've got brains, Mina. I was position one from grade 1 to grade 12. Every term, every year, I was position one. I've got brains. I will make it happen by my brains. I was so good at that. Little did I know that the brains are not everything you need. So, um, I entered a beauty contest and I found out about beauty, and it was the most shocking thing because one of my immediate angels, we all have immediate angels, guardian angel and immediate angel. One of my immediate angels, angel is the angel of beauty. And when I was young, at home, because we didn't have money, they used to just uh, cut all my hair and I looked like a boy the whole time. So, man, it didn't matter, right? So now I'm not saying don't cut your hair. There are people who cut their hair and they look like girls, but just try, don't put yourself in situations where you actually feel like a boy and look like a boy, and that masculine energy is exaggerated. Of course, like I run a security company. When shit hits the fan, I get into those overalls and I put on the gun, and now they are color. And when that is finished, put on back my nice dress, and then it's fine. So I can take out the masculine energy anytime. That one I don't have to beg it. I don't have to apply for it. It just comes on me, and then I'm there. Okay, it's good. I need to be shooting a gun, then it's there, and I need it for the gun purposes. And everybody's like, oh my god, you can shoot the gun better than anybody. I'm like, yeah, of course, I came like this. I didn't have to practice anything. I was ready. I was born ready. But in masculine, in feminine energy, I have to go and make sure I know the makeup. I know how to put it on. Get my eyebrows done. Get eyebrow blading. What is it? Microblading, so that my eyebrows wake up looking like this, right? So that when I look in the mirror in the morning, I'm like, "Ooh, beautiful girl." Oh, by the way, we have to be feminine, remember? Yes, please, let's stay on that lane. And of course, the hair is actually something about the hair. The hair is not about really the feminine thing. It's another story. I'll tell you another day what that is about. So, but uh, so what I wore, pink dresses mostly, white clothes mostly. I hardly wear dark colors like both black and gray. I hardly wear those colors. Once I wear those colors, I just go into masculine energy quicker. So I wear white, pinkish, all those, and they look good on me. They do look good on me. That angel of beauty thing is like, oh yes, thank you for remembering us. So put yourself in those kind of situations. Go to women event. Tea, what is this thing? Tea, what? High tea. Oh God, that stuff is. Oh, high teas are the worst, but you go to them once in a while. You chat with the girls. There are women who are very feminine. That when I look at them, I'm thinking, what is wrong with me? So you learn etiquette. Very important. I had to learn etiquette. You sign up for etiquette. You learn etiquette of how to talk like a woman, how to um, hold a cup like a woman. Now I do it like without thinking, right? My etiquette is so proper. Like I am like proper person. Like I know how to walk with the heels. During Mrs. South Africa, I learned how to walk on a 9-inch, whatever. I was like, I'm gonna buy myself road bottoms and I'm gonna wear them like I rock them, right? And then of course taking care of yourself, doing those parts, and taking care of yourself and like generally, like put on perfume, like best perfume. Like I put on my Chanel when the sun is not there. When it's raining, I put on my Chanel because it just makes me feel like, oh yes, hallelujah, life is happening. I can have soft life anytime I want. So put yourself in those, of course, like, do your hair, your nails, your makeup, your everything. Remind yourself that I'm a girl. Remind yourself, because the moment you start doing those things, you will notice that you start to look like one, you start to feel like one. Then when you are going to where you're gonna need your feminine energy. So before COVID, I used to go on a lot of TV interviews personally, but then COVID, then we started, now we do the Zoom thing. So because after COVID, everybody noticed that we don't have to drive anyway, the internet is good. But before COVID, there was one time when I went to this TV interview. There were four guys, doctor, lawyer, whatever, whatever. Those guys that are so, like, a woman is a whatever. I was like, when I got there, I felt the energy that these ones are going to tear me to pieces. And the topic was not the best of them. And I was talking about all these things of healing and all this, the stuff that they don't want to talk about. And I was like, oh God, the shit here today is gonna be hard. So I literally, there are a few exercises, and I'm hoping that I can just write a post and explain to you how you do your breathing with your pelvic floor and bring in that feminine energy from your womb when you are in tense situations. So I did that. Literally takes about 4 seconds to do. Took those deep breaths, and then the cameras were switched on. It was a live interview, and it started. I didn't speak first because now masculine energy, you must let them lead, right? I was like, "Ngizobayeka bonke, ngabayeka, 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 ngabayeka." I didn't, and then they were thinking, she's quiet, so she's not gonna be a problem. Because really, when I came in, I had my attitude. I was like, don't worry. Oh, when I opened my mouth, I went full blown feminine. Oh my goodness, I touched. When I was done with them, they were all saying, as Busi has just said, as Busi has just said. All of them, their first word that will come out of their mouth will be like, as Busi has just said, I am agreeing with what she said. So we have a group for the coaches. So they were like, "Oh my God, how did you do that? Oh my goodness, those men were like, we could see that this was gonna be a hard one. Like, the topic wasn't. I don't even remember what we were talking about, but it was a very tense topic, and they were going to tear me apart. Like, people, they do that just for ego purposes. Oh, at the end of the interview, I was just turning and be like, yeah, exactly. Now I call my foot. When say it, you say it. They were all just singing to that. So you must practice the feminine energy correctly, that when you need it, you can take it out. You can take it out and you can serve it. You can serve it so well that by the time you're done with people, they don't know what hit them. And you can do that. So it is something that you don't expect that it's just going to happen to you like the Holy Spirit. It is something that you must practice on a daily basis, that when I need my feminine energy, this is what I say. So in case that you have a partner and you are fighting with them, you don't want to go into masculine energy. When you are fighting with the masculine energy person, you want to go into your feminine energy, because with your feminine energy, remember, you are killing them. With the feminine energy, it's like we're putting water on fire. Literally, they can't do anything. You're fighting about money, they don't want to give you money. You go into your feminine energy, they will take out all the money and give it to you. Yeah, so that is what you need. And if you are in another situation that needs a masculine energy, you take out the masculine energy and you go for it. So what I wanted to make a point on is that having that masculine energy is not a bad thing. There are many benefits to it. But if you do not control it, you might have a good thing turn bad. So you need that masculine energy to do all all the amazing things to reach up to your goal. We're doing the manifestation program for the 12 months. There's many times where you need the masculine energy, but there's also many times where you need the feminine energy. So right there, even every month, we deal with different chakras, we deal with different exercises that allows you to go into a point of during the winter season. We are mostly focused on the feminine, and then when the summer season comes, then we go into the masculine. So, and you will see that the feminine side of things, it's the hard work, it's the healing of deep things, it's the fixing of the real you. And when you go to the masculine, it's more about doing, 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 doing. But if you haven't done the feminine correctly, you can never win, you can never have the soft life. So yeah, this weekend on Saturday we are doing our San Pedro for the first time this year. We're doing our San Pedro. So if you would like to come through on the San Pedro healing sacred ceremony, come through. We are gonna be in Pretoria in Ferglen. So let us know so that you can get your preparations for the week. You need at least 3 days of preparations. So if you want to come through this weekend, we're starting Saturday morning. We finish at 5 p.m. So we have to do it in the Spaceways Mountain, because remember, we're talking to the masculine side of you. We're wanting the masculine side of you to set you straight. So if you have a lot of procrastination, very good session. You literally come out of your procrastination and you don't remember why you were procrastinating at first, because now you are just going. The proposal gets done, the website gets done, the profile gets done. You are doing everything. You're posting, you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing. You're talking about what you need to be talking about. You're doing all the things you need to be doing up. And it's more like there's something that is pushing you. No, it is just that now you understand why you should do this. You had the masculine energy speak to you. So if you know that you are a masculine woman and you need a whole lot of stuff done in your life and a whole lot of healing happens, come through and heal with the energy you understand, the energy that you are, the energy that walks with you every day. So yeah, everybody's welcome. I think we have a few spaces, I think about 4 spaces or so that is left for Saturday. So come through. There's always a phone. The phone number that I leave is, it's also, I think I put it on the topic. But let me just put it in also. 061 221 5867. So you can send a WhatsApp message there, and then ask for the details. And if you can be able to come through, there's a lot of people that are coming from Durban and Cape Town that are flying in Saturday morning. So you can catch a flight Saturday morning and you can catch a flight Saturday evening. So it's easy like that if you are not in Joburg, but we're gonna be in Pretoria. So if you would like to come through, I would really appreciate to work with you with the San Pedro. It's an amazing plant. Every time when I'm preparing for San Pedro, I've got so much energy to do so much things, because it just gets you going. Ayahuasca is more motherly energy, it's more talking to you in that internal part. But San Pedro is one thing that I know when I'm preparing for it, I am gonna be up and running the whole week. Tomorrow I'm doing a TV interview. The next day I'm playing golf. I'm doing everything this week that I normally try to not do all of it. But this week I just feel like I've got the energy for all of it. So it would be great to see you there. And also Sunday morning, we are having our river cleansing. So because I'll be from San Pedro and I'll have all the energy in the world, so then we'll also be able to do the river cleansing on Sunday morning. So if you want to come through on Sunday morning, also send a message on that. River cleansing is more a spiritual cleanse of stuck energy in terms of your own self, in terms of things that you've done that were wrong, in terms of things that your parents, grandparents, whoever did. So it's a way of releasing spiritual karma. Okay, so come through on Sunday morning. So you can also send a message to that WhatsApp number. You get the details for So for Sunday, if you want to come through for the river cleansing, if you want to come through for the San Pedro, it's gonna be fun, 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 fun. Come through on Saturday morning. Other than that, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Please make sure you like, you subscribe, you follow, and you'll be able to get the recording if you came in late. I am going to put the recording on my YouTube channel, Busisele Show, and it's going to be on all the platforms, YouTube, Instagram, and all the other platforms. Also, if you just missed some part of the talk. But thank you so much for joining me. You have a lovely evening. Goodbye and good night. Almost night.